I do have another question from one of our beautiful beings here, and I think that is something that everybody would be interested in knowing. Are there any messages from our guides that will help us gain greater clarity on this amazing journey?
Could you be a little more broad? We are getting you. So what we want to say around this is that, of course, your guides are always there to listen to. It's a matter of connecting with them in a way that you are able to hear them, see them, know them, feel them, touch them, and not be afraid of your own intuition, because your intuition is always right. Those are your guides tapping on your shoulder. Those are your guides when you are sleeping. They are giving you messages. Those are your guardians, your angels, your divine connection. And sometimes some of you are very hard-headed and you want to do things your way and think that you know how to do things. And of course, it is all about trust and allow, as this one always says, yes? And in other words, open yourself up to surrendering, to allowing these messages to be followed, to always understand that your intuition is always right, and to follow that intuition, even in when others say you're doing it wrong, even when you feel I may make a mistake, or it may not be the right choice. You may say those things to yourself. And what we are saying is these guides, all of your guides, are connected to fourth dimension, fifth dimension, and beyond, and connected to your soul group. And they are there for a reason. And many people have passed through the veil in order to support you in this. In other words, some people have had a mass exodus, and this happens frequently throughout a unique human history of saying, perhaps on an unconscious level, saying, I choose to leave so that I may be greater value from the other side of the veil that you call non-physical. Do you understand?
Yes, thank you. So, what is the world supposed to learn from this pandemic that we've been going through the past year?
Let us ask you a question. What is it that you have learned at this moment in time about what is really important to you?
Would you like to unmute and answer her question?
We are one.
And is that enough?
We're not in control.
Patience, compassion, self-compassion.
And is that enough?
I am enough.
In other words, when people ask, what am I supposed to learn? What is it that we can glean or learn from any experience in our life? And what is the purpose of what is happening now or any other time? What we always want to say is this, that how you receive the experience is critical from your own perspective. Therefore, in other words, you know that answer, why this is happening for you. And when you consciously say to yourself, I choose to trust my intuition and know that all of these things that are happening to me are happening for a reason. I have co-created this for a reason, and I will know that reason when it is time. And what that does is it soothes your savage soul, if you will. It soothes your concern about the what ifs. It soothes your anxiety and the question of, what should I be learning? What should I be doing? What am I supposed to get from all of this? And sometimes that comes from the place of wanting to know and wanting to know what's next and wanting to make sense of it all. And if you understand that, what happens is when you pour a glass of milk into a milk bottle there, and you pour it back out, there is a film that is left in that milk bottle. And sometimes that film is murky, and you're not sure if it's you're able to see through it or not, or you're not able to get it all out, in other words. And then you rinse and you rinse and you rinse, and you're not sure if it's ever going to come out. And what we're saying is, it really does not matter whether it comes out or not. It's the experience of you pouring the milk in and pouring it back out. And many of you focus on the film. Many of you focus on what's left, and how can I fix this, and how can I not do this again. And what we are saying is, every time you pour milk in, more often than not, it will leave a film. And the question is that okay? Is that enough? Did you enjoy the milk as you poured it in and drank it back out? Did you enjoy it? And of course, that is, we understand many people know this. We are just reminding you the joy in creating whatever it is that you are creating. Is that enough? Are you enough? And if you can relax in that knowing that whatever it is that you are asking questions about, is this a purposeful life? And what am I supposed to learn from whatever the experience is? If you can instead perhaps relax and say, these things are happening, and I choose to know when I know. And I choose to allow the highest good for all concerned at all times. And I choose to know when it's time for me to know. And in the meantime, I enjoy everything that is present in this moment. Because as you know, it is precious, this moment right now, as you are connecting with each other. It is a precious moment. And if you understand that past, present, and future happens at all times together, and you get to decide which one you focus on and which one you're pulling into your own focus, then it really does not matter in the sense of being in joy, so that you can enjoy your experience. Do you understand?
I do understand. And one of the things that I gathered from what you just said was, when I asked the question, what is the world supposed to learn from this pandemic? I could have just as easily asked the question, what is the world supposed to learn from this past year? It just happened to be that we were all connected in a pandemic. Is that correct?
Yes. And why this is happening. Many people are asking why, and will it be resolved, and what is to become of us? And again, because of the evolvement of humankind and learning how to communicate in a different way, many of you have relaxed in that knowing, starting from fear, starting from that place of the unknown, having to, as this one calls, pivot, having to feeling like, what do we do now? It is sort of a way of being able to defrag yourself. In other words, there's a defragging going on so that you can rejumble yourself in a way so that you are able to receive the new experience called humankind, and being able to have unity. And what we speak of oftentimes is when a bird hits a window, it is shocked, it is confused, it has stopped it in its tracks, and the world has stopped in its tracks for a moment in time. And what is happening is, as a bird, it shakes it off, it dissipates the energy, it shakes off all of the things that have stopped it from flying again. And what it does is it shakes itself, and it disperses all of that energy and decides and makes the choice to do that and to fly again. And this time they are flying in a different direction. And that is what is happening with humankind right now. Do you understand?
Yes, I do understand.